South Korea has been the second country in the world with the highest COVID-19 case when it started to break out, which has greatly affected the economy and life of every resident, which prompted the government to implement a very strict protocol to minimize the spread of the virus, and these rules exempt no one. Korea has been very keen in the observance of the imposed protocols, especially among public figures, which can greatly influence the behavior of the majority. Aside from politicians and government officers, there are few Korean celebrities who were once in a hot seat after being accused of breaking the quarantine protocols. If you are wondering who they are, please keep on watching. Hyuno of TV accused one of the celebrities who suffered from the consequences of protocol violations. His case has drawn conflicting reactions among netizens. He published a public apology after the incident, citing his regrets and reflections. He was also dropped as an endorser of two Korean famous brands, Taegi and Yeogyo, as soon as the issue broke out. He also stepped out as a host of Mnet Kingdom Legendary War. Luckily, his filmed parts were aired without editing him out. At the moment, Changmin is continuously hosting the show. Big Bang leader GDragon was criticized for smoking on February 24th while walking on the public street, with a mask over his chin revealing his nose and mouth, and smoking a cigarette. Some netizens reported GDragon to the city of Seoul for suspicion of violating the quarantine regulations. However, according to the quarantine authorities, smoking is recognized as an exemption of the order to wear a mask. The authorities advised that when smoking, it is desirable not to communicate with other people at a distance of 2 meters or more, and you should wear a mask before and after smoking. GDragon's agency YG Entertainment responded silently over GDragon's controversy. GDragon also continues his social media activities without clarifying or apologizing. GDragon has actually a history of smoking cannabis as well as cigarettes. In 2011, he smoked cannabis at a Japanese club, but he explained he thought it was just a cigarette. At that time, the case was controversial, while GDragon was the first offender. On April 14, Genie shared a photo on her official SNS captioned outing, and a picture of 7 people, Genie and dancers, gathered together and each are holding an ice cream. After the confirmation that Genie visited an arboretum located in Paju City, Gyeonggi-do, with her dancers, the photo was deleted and a selfie taken alone was reposted. There was no direct explanation or apology for the allegations. The YG Entertainment has been in silence for 3 days, but during an interview, her management explained it was a photo shoot. The controversy has not been completely resolved. Unlike broadcasting and film production, YouTube video content shooting is still a private meeting which is not allowed for 5 people or more. The Seoul Metropolitan Government announced a nationwide implementation of prohibiting private gatherings with more than 5 people for 3 weeks, from April 12 to May, which applies to all. This reported that on April 22, actor Lee Tae-gun was reported by a citizen for violating a COVID-19 quarantine regulations. The day before, Lee Tae-gun ate pizza at a screen golf course that he visited with his acquaintances. His agency stated that they did not know that it would be a problem because the food they had eaten was not brought in from the outside, but a food sold by the screen golf course. Just a couple of months ago, the actor got involved in an assault where 2 men has beaten him in Yongin. The suspects claimed that they were fans of the actor. According to the witnesses, the 2 men was refused to have a handshake, which heated an argument between the 2 parties. The 2 men left as soon as they had beaten the actor. The actor sustained injuries and a nose fracture. He was able to win from the case and he has no plans to forgive those who attacked him. Violation of the quarantine protocols are not only among these 4 celebrities. Prior to them, there are some famous idols who were also in a hot seat.